And chat. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are about to explore a new town. Oh yeah, we could probably do Dolmen reconstruction today. Hang on, let me bring on the stream crew. Beep boop.
Lord, did you almost
No.
Guying goes?
What?
Did you almost say how's it Guying goes?
Maybe.
Very well.
So I think the question on everyone's mind is, has Dai purchased Tekken 8 yet?
Oh yeah.
No.
Would you really buy Tekken 8 just for Clive?
I mean, probably not.
That was not a very firm no.
Haven't really been
I
into
have an
Tekken.
entirely baseless theory about Clive being in Tekken 8. Hi, Kitty. Excuse me, Kitty. So, my theory is that first of all, just like to set the pace here, like I think everybody was kind of expecting a Final Fantasy rep because
This was in 7.
John Final Fantasy 15 was in Tekken 7, so it's not terribly shocking that John Final Fantasy 16 is in Tekken 8. But I think a lot of people, there was a lot of, I know there was a lot of buzz of people going, it's like, ooh, but what if it was Tifa, though? Because,
wouldn't that be perfect?
Because, not just the fact that Tifa's popular, but also, FF7 is also a recent Square game that they are promoting, and they're building hype around it, and, it would not just be useless fan service to put Tifa in this fighting game.
She is, in fact, from the most recent Final Fantasy.
Exactly. And also, the upcoming Final Fantasy.
Yeah. In 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years, but, that's still probably going to come out before Final Fantasy 17.
I mean,
true.
It's fair to let Clive have his moment in the sun. Tifa's already been in 2 fighting games.
Yeah, so, but, here's my baseless theory. My theory is that, it was that, somebody who publishes Tekken, Bandai Namco, I think, somebody on the Tekken 8 team was talking about getting Tifa in the game. However, Square is famously very protective of Final Fantasy VII as a brand. Perfect example of that is when Cloud made it into Smash. If you compare Cloud's representation in Smash, it is actually very limited compared to any of the other third-party guest characters.
They weren't even allowed to dub him.
Yeah, Cloud is not voiced. He does not even have a voice. He only has the 2 outfits. Most third-party guest characters have 6 to 8 costumes, a stage, a bunch of other ancillary. A dozen songs or so, give or take. Usually some other representation that comes along with it, like how Knuckles and Tails are floating around somewhere in Smash as assist trophies or whatever. And Cloud got none of that. He doesn't even get a voice. He has 2 costumes and either 1 or 2 Final Fantasy VII tracks on the soundtrack.
They did add more with Sephiroth.
They did a little bit more with Sephiroth, but still a very conservative showing, all told, especially compared to any of the other guest characters.
True.
And
look at the music.
I would bet that when people tried to get Tifa into Tekken 8, the sticking point was the character customization. Because Tekken 8 has a very robust, dress-up doll thing that you can do with all the characters. And so, people have already made, Tifa cosplays for the other girls in Tekken 8. You don't need Tifa in Tekken. You can already just, get a white tank top and a black miniskirt, put it on any of the girls in Tekken, or any of the boys for that matter, I think. And you would have Tifa in Tekken already. And I bet, like, the prospect of, like, you know, somebody at EVO winning with Tifa wearing, you know, a clown wig and
And a string bikini.
the Italian flag on her clothing. Like, that would have been a very real possibility. You don't even need mods for it. That's just a thing players would be able to do. And I bet you that was the deal breaker.
Yeah.
This is my entirely baseless speculation.
Which is a shame, because I don't think there's anybody in Final Fantasy history that would be a better fit for Tekken than Tifa.
Oh, sure. Although, like, honestly, like, I watched the trailer for... They were two trailers. There was, like, the one that was in the show, and there was, like, 4-minute gameplay trailer. Clive looks really good in Tekken 8. I'm not gonna lie.
I will say, I think in terms of both aesthetics and attitude, Zell actually might be one of the best fits.
Oh,
true.
yeah, he would be great in a fighting game.
True. But I hate 8, so I'm not going to accept that.
I don't know, Zell's adorable.
Zell is definitely one of the best characters in 8, I will give you that.
8 would make an interesting remake. Like, that would, because, like, remaking the game with, like, sensible mechanics would go a long way to helping it.
Yeah.
And a competent translation. I still can't believe the sheer difference between the speech and dealing. Like, in Japanese, it's like, this is my motivation, and this is who I am and what I'm doing. In English, none of that. It's just like, you're all pathetic fools. I'm controlling him. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Why did you erase the plot?
Alright. Anyway, Doman Enclave.
Doman Enclave. On behalf of the Shazenkai lore, I thank you for your support. Although construction of the school is proceeding quicker than expected, it is still little more than a place for the students to gather. Nonetheless, Minazuki has already started tutoring there. The sheer enthusiasm on the faces of the children is a sight to behold. I am sure that Minazuki will not mind if you call in to observe one of the lessons. Alright, I guess we'll do that. Which is... where is the school? Southwest. Okay. So Path of Exile 2 is awesome. I've been playing that obsessively ever since I finished streaming it.
Fair enough.
I love school. Can we still come here when we're older? Oh, God. It's funny sitting in a school while it's still being built. Maybe there's something we can do to help? I heard you've been making lots of donations. That's what Miss Minazuki says, anyway. Yeah, it's been a little while, though. History's interesting, but I like doing sums. There's always a right answer.
I like seeing the Doman Adventurers Guild just still together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Oh, this is a welcome surprise. So, what do you think of our school? With a roof and sturdy walls, we can study without worrying about the weather. On the other hand, the bookshelves are looking rather empty. I have my own copies of most of the texts, but listening to me reading them aloud does nothing for the children's literacy. Good point. I'll get you some books. Luckily, for today's lesson on Risai, we have all the books we need. Are you familiar with this pivotal figure? No. Really? Then why don't you join our lesson? Never pass up an opportunity to learn. That's what Miss Minazuki always says. Yeah, hey, I'm down. Lore me, Lore Master. Would you like to take a seat? I look a little goofy sitting next to these kids. Risai was a renowned samurai who once served Doma. Not only was he a loyal and gifted swordsman, he was also a master tactician and well versed in the use of firearms. Above all else, however, he was a learned man and spent much of his time reading. When his days as his lord's vassal came to an end, he established a school that became known as Risai Juku. Unlike most others at the time, it was not only for the children of samurai or those of high social standing, but for everyone. Rich or poor, all were accepted as students. The school held a special place in our community and remained open after his death, with some of his former pupils becoming tutors themselves. So that's where our school got its name. Yeah, you are right on time, Natyavt. Natyavt? Is that how you pronounce your name? Ah, Miss Minazuki was one of his students. Yes, I was. I spent many happy years at the Risai Juku, first as a pupil and later as a teacher. But all that came to an end when the Garleans invaded. They closed the school and sought to undo all the good it had done. God, that's fucked. I know the Garlean invasion was monstrous and evil, but that's fucked. Even so, some of the older generations, such as myself, continued to teach Doman values in secret. The lessons we used to have together were one such example. But now that the Empire is gone, we can teach as we please, without fear of reprisal. That is why I decided to reopen Risai Juku. Nadia VT, gotcha. The decades of oppression could not crush the Doman spirit. Much like the Shazinso, we survive even under the harshest conditions. When they cut us down, we sprout anew, because our roots are strong. We'll never give in to those dogs. Doma forever. My sentiments exactly. Now who would like to read the next chapter to the class? Me! All of you together. Lessons are being held at Risai Juku, and the students are eager to learn more of Doma's history and traditions. As you continue to contribute... how might the Doma Enclave grow and change? The rate of gratuities paid for donations has increased, as well as the weekly budget. Ah, finally.
More money.
More money.
Hooray.
All right, let's go donate some stuff. But yeah, Path of Exile 2 absolutely has some issues. The balance in a few areas is definitely off. Probably they've addressed the rate of rares and crafting currency properly. A lot of skills are either useless or imbalanced. And there's a few other things. I haven't gotten to the end game yet. But, right, 200%? 25,000. But it's an early access that launched 8 days ago, you know? Like, I'm fine with it having some issues, and they're addressing them pretty quickly. 500 gil, so 1,000 each, so 25. I need to split. I'm running low on...
Math. Easier math, finally.
Finally.
This is where the gratuity bonus caps, which makes the math very easy because there are, if you do retainer quests like I do consistently, you constantly get a steady stream of 500 gil coins, and those are just worth 1,000, and that's just very easy to remember that.
Awesome.
I don't tend to do that, mostly just because I focus on getting specific items to sell rather than the RNG
Mm.
aspect.
The problem with that is I don't play much of this game on my own. I've got other games I want to play, so I don't really know how many ventures I could really send the retainers on, because I'd have to earn them via leaves, and that would be awful. That is not how I want to spend my
There
time.
are so many ways to get ventures.
Oh yeah, ventures are like you can get them from beast tribes, or you can get them from Grand Company
Grand
seals.
Company
which
seals.
Yeah, true.
You can get them from PvP currencies.
Yeah.
Your contributions have led to truly remarkable improvements at Risai Juku. Of course, seeing is believing, as the saying goes. Minazuki would like nothing more than to show you the improvements to the school. Did we get them books? We should have gotten them books. But yeah, like, it's an early access game. I'm fine with there being problems. I'm happy with the game so far. Like, I'm really liking it. Playing Path of Exile 2 feels like how you remember Diablo 2 feeling, as opposed to how Diablo 2 actually was, in a good way.
Yeah. Well, like, the thing I've always said is that, like there's like a direct comparison between Path of Exile and Pathfinder. Like, both of them are spiritual sequels to an older era of a series that diverged and some fans prefer the old ways.
Ah, the savior of Risai Juku. I expect you have come to see what we have done with the school. I see you've got books. The building is a lot more grand, as you can plainly see. We have a lot more books to use in our lessons. I was also delighted to find that the children had taken it upon themselves to gather everything they need to practice calligraphy. Suranuki gave us some soot to make ink. I had to wash my hands about 3 times to get them clean again, but it was lots of fun. We can show you how it's done if you like. We got some paper from Araragi, too. And best of all, he gave it to us for free. He said it had fallen just short of perfection or something. Good enough for us to practice with, though. Hell yeah. He gave me a pinwheel as well. What? Why didn't I get one? They've always been energetic, but they've become so outgoing and independent during their time in Mordona. They have been through so much at such a young age, which often forces children to grow up quickly. But it is more than that, I feel. I think that all that hardship has taught them to appreciate the good times. Perhaps they have come to truly understand the joy that freedom can bring. It is a delight to see the smiles on their faces. Many others around the Enclave feel the same way. It fills us with hope for better days to come. Actually, I thought this might be a good time to mention that the children have been planning something special for the school. They have been trying to keep it a secret from me, so I shall have to remember to act surprised when it is finally unveiled. Ha! If my guess is correct, I have a feeling that you will want to see it too. The students are more motivated than ever. What other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? And back we go. Does that snake have a hat? Oh, it's
It's a snake with a little Indiana Jones hat.
What's the name of the fat snake? Tsuchigumo, I think?
Tsuchigumo? Tsuchinoko.
Tsuchinoko, right.
A Gumo is just spider.
Oh, yeah. Right. I got that name from SMT. Right, forgot.
Yeah.
Interacted the donation basket, not her. On behalf of the Shazenkai lore, I thank you for your support. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. Oh, a little display stand of pinwheels. Cute. It's nice that the kids have a playground.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Your contributions have, as always, had a profound effect on the Enclave. Minazuki informs me that Risai Juku now has everything it needs. Well, that was easy. All of the necessary books and writing materials have been procured, and the school itself is the perfect environment for learning. Shall we go to see it for ourselves? Well, it was not my intention to eavesdrop. I could not help overhearing that you might be visiting the school. I did have a message for you, but it seems it no longer needs to be delivered. Oh my, your clothes! Come now, what is so strange about seeing a Doman man dressed in the traditional manner? Truth be told, most of us former refugees were glad for the chance to put on something more comfortable. Permanent costume change for these guys around the area. Cool. All except the children, that is. They have grown so accustomed to their Eorzean clothing that they are reluctant to wear anything else. Far be it for me to deny the animators some reprieve from making new models. Oh yes, that reminds me. The little ones wanted me to bring you to the school. Apparently, they have something to show you. I wonder what it could be. Thank you for letting us know, Hosen. Well then, Lore, shall we adjourn? Excuse me. Off we go. The dumb pink rhino for the kids.
Marvel Rivals has also been great. I know
Yes.
Dai was having problems with it earlier in the week, but you seem to have gotten it working the past couple days.
Yeah, there was a patch that they updated the memory leak. They fixed the memory leak. Well, I say fixed. I'm still having it, but not as badly. And I turned off the thing that was the primary cause of it, as they discovered, which was the frame generation or whatever that is. I still need to minimize what else I'm doing on my computer, because it will eventually leak anyway. But I can at least play it for like some hours now.
Nice. Hosen mentioned that the students have something they would like us to see. May I ask what it is? Perhaps I should let the children explain. Look, up on the wall. Oh, a map. Nice. Oh, little dolls. Why is that plant spinning? Spider-Man could have been in the Sony movies, all of them. They just didn't want to use him? Well, that's really stupid. That's really stupid of them.
Yeah, like
Spider-Man's
literally,
like either the most or second most popular superhero in the world. He's a draw.
and literally the main complaint of every single one of these movies has been, without Spider-Man, the characters don't have the context to be interesting.
Yeah.
And like,
well, Venom was cool, but I imagine the others were not.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Venom still loses something by not being tied to Spider-Man. That's his entire fucking motivation in the comic.
Yeah, like the Venom movies were just carried by, Tom Hardy being Tom Hardy.
The Venom, Venom. I haven't seen Venom 2 or 3, but Venom 1 was awful and a blast. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
Venom doesn't. But yeah, Venom does not make a whole lot of sense without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Venom movies have been getting 40% reviews for kind of well-deserved, but at the very least there is some campy fun to them. But like, they really needed Spider-Man.
Consider Stormblood.
Yeah, fair enough. Miss Flamen gave it to us when we left Revenant's Toll. It's so we don't forget Eorzea and all the adventures we had there. We asked some of the grown-ups to frame it and hang it on the wall. You like it too, don't you, miss? Yes, anything that tells us about the world beyond our borders is welcome here. And it brings me great relief to know that there are those in Eorzea who would go out of their way to aid domans like us. But surely such a large and meticulously crafted map is worth a substantial amount of gil. There must be some way we can repay your friend. Well, she said she didn't need it anymore. We still thanked her, though. Have you never seen a map like this before, miss? Lots of people have them in Revenant's Toll. Big ones, small ones, all sorts.
I'm as big as your head.
I must admit that this is the first time I have seen one of this sort. Until recently, we had few chances to lay our eyes on anything Eorzean. We can show you all kinds of treasures. There's one for making small things look bigger, and another for reading the stars. And I've got a chocobo. Well, a stuffed toy, anyway. They're big birds you can ride like horses. Again with these horse things, what are they? Hey, miss, do you see the big desert on the map? That's where Uldai is, and Revenant's Toll is next to it. Maybe one day we could travel to lots of new places, like Lore. We can explore the lands under those white clouds. It sounds like I could stand to learn a few things from you, my dears. You and the other former refugees have much and more to share with the rest of Doma. Perhaps we should compile your experiences in a tome. Mitazuki was not exaggerating when she told me how well the children had taken to the new Risai Juku. It is another sign that life is returning to the way it was prior to the occupation. Even with the Empire driven from this land, we must remain vigilant to problems within and without our borders. Which reminds me, the Shazenkai has received another proposal. A number of Domans, who were once conscripted into the Garlean forces, have banded together to patrol the Enclave, to keep the area free from trouble. They wish to establish their own barracks by the Kiankan. My comrades and I agree that this is indeed a worthwhile endeavor, and shall be channeling funds towards its development. Please, come to the Shazenkai if you would like to know more. I love and hate that the We Haven't Been There clouds are a canonical feature of the in-universe map. So, okay. Enclave Barracks. I'm going to look at this map for a sec. Okay, so that's Eorzea in the southwest, right?
Yes.
And that's Doma and Garlemald in the east?
No.
Garlemald?
It's Doma is on the east. The island to the far east is Hingashi. No. We've never been there.
Okay.
We've been to some of Hingashi. We've visited Kugane. We've not gone deeper into it, but basically, the Japan parallel is Hingashi.
Like Kugane is. I think it's on its own separate island, correct?
It's
or is it on one of the bigger islands and we just never are allowed inland?
It's on the westernmost island of them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Kugane is across the sea from Doma, and Doma is on the landmass there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
And then all of the clouds are
Ilsabad, which is where Garlemald is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that big castle with the clouds swirling around it right there in the middle of the clouds. That is Garlemald.
Gotcha.
That's the capital of Garlemald. Yeah.
So
there are 3 or 4 other continents in the world that are not on this map.
So did the designers just not want to nail down what the world map looked like?
Probably.
Yeah, at the time we hadn't we hadn't got that much information on Ilsabad beyond the fact that you've got the
the canonical in-game explanation for this bullshit is that the continent is in fact covered by clouds a whole lot. Really, I think it's just because someday they're going to use that area as a zone, and they didn't want to canonize the climate of the continent before they were deciding what the gameplay needs for that expansion are going to be.
Yeah.
Because if they removed the clouds and said this whole area is a desert, And then 3 expansions from now, they're like, we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
We don't want to make a desert zone. Fuck.
Yeah. Also,
Shades of Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Lord,
exactly.
do you see where the Ben is?
That's that white sandy area between the mountains to the west of Doma, right?
Yes. Sorry. Just south of there is Dalmasca and Dolmar.
Gotcha. I'm a little salty we haven't gone to Golmore except in that raid series.
Also, you were wondering what a horse is, and I got one right here.
Oh no, I hate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the horses in this game look weird. I don't know what's wrong with them. But...
All horses look weird.
It's the eyes.
You immediately mount up on a giraffe. Perfect.
But yeah, there are islands to the northwest of Eorzea in the northern empty, where you can see the islands.
Old Charlian?
Old Charlian, and further north of there is part of the homeland of the Rogadin.
Gotcha.
At least I think the Seawolf Rogadin, whereas the Hellsguard, I believe, are further north of Ishgard in the ocean, north of there, and the mountains.
Alright, and with that, I think we're done in Doma.
We are. Off we go to the Raktika Greatwood, Slitherbough.
Yes, we can gaze at the amazing feather candles again. I don't know why the candles are like this. We have seen them animate a fire before.
Oh yeah, the fire isn't animated. That is weird. Huh.
There's loads of them in the room.
That means this entire expansion is low quality. They couldn't even be bothered to animate the fire.
I don't know. I mean, or it could be that they are just canonically supposed to be like feathers put on sticks made to look like candles, because I don't know, that'd be the kind of weird shit that these people would do.
True.
Like that is 100% me coping, but like I would believe it if that was like the lore. Y'shtola magicked up a bunch of glowing feathers, and here we are.
I wish I'd never. When Y'shtola first arrived in the First, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither, seeking the wisdom of Veronka.
A massive library, and she's already read all of them.
She did have like 5 years. She found little in the way of welcome from the Blessed, however. 'Twas not until the Great Fire, where she denied the Sin Eaters a feast of ether, that she gained their trust. Oh, we don't get to see that event? It's only in the trailer? Oh. Since then...
Yeah, the stuff in the trailer all kind of canonically happened, basically.
Yeah. Since then, I have served as liaison twixt Slitherbough and the Crystarium, that she might be kept abreast of the others' efforts. Y'shtola is staring off into the distance, lost in thought. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect.
I just had a thought.
Yeah?
You know how the lower levels of the library were locked off? I just imagine this discussion going on, like, okay, how did she get down there? I don't know, but are you going to tell her to leave?
though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Fanow have changed since arriving here in the first. Not that much, honestly. Change is part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better.
Perhaps you should be concerned with how much you've changed.
You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later.
I realize I am not as I was on the source, but I cannot say I regret the decisions that allowed me to come this far in life.
Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbough. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Now we get the tour.
Runa.
Welcome, friend, welcome! My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Yeah, you should. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? My name's Y'shtola. From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be all right if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Okay, so just to be clear, their cultural prohibition on speaking somebody's true name only extends to them and those living with them. They don't care if I use my real name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm still going to call myself Y'shtola, though. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may all have perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin-Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace.
Sage guidance, but Sage didn't come into Endwalker.
That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to, so long as they reside within Slitherbough. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes. But fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me.
I want one.
I thought Master Matoya kept her room dark because she didn't need the light, but they're all like hers, aren't they? Those candles aren't animated either. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Now bathe! Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Oh, very well.
Just looking at the sheer number of candles around here, I think they're not animated for practical computer processing reasons.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a 1.0 mistake right there.
See, you made the motion and you made the sound, but there was no water that fell on my head. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. You're allergic. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? Tingly, apparently. I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed, exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange.
You're both very attuned to the light.
Oh no, we've given up the game already. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods! Master Matoya was right, you are sin-eaters!
Oh, the jig is up. Light him up.
I
Light him up,
jest.
boys.
I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water.
Remember, Minfilia, no Russian.
Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbough. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alan Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. Well, that's good lore that's how they say hello. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or...
Too.
What?
It's a shibboleth.
Is there a handshake or gesture we should know, too? I would hate to offend anyone. That's a good laugh animation. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alin Tuta, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Excuse me. Immediately I get a use for my new keyboard.
Yeah.
Slash all in Tuta. Oh, slash say. Okay. All in Tuta. The elderly woman smiles warmly.
Oh, look at the delivery Google.
Lovely.
It's cool that they have blue palms. A newly come traveler. Alan Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbough. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods.
A quiet and taciturn people. We do not fit in here.
We're the darkness bros, but we are neither quiet nor taciturn. Alan Chisi! Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours.
Who is this Alan guy? What's he going to teach me?
Yeah, I suppose I could have been using my mounts. Oh well. I hope your stroll about Slitherbough proved enlightening. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. I can see now how they've come to thrive in these woods, even with all the Sin Eaters. There's more for you to learn about Slitherbough. We're 74 levels in and we're still getting less than 1,000 gil for these quests. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions, or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand... Always. I'd rather not. It would be my pleasure.
I can't say no to that face.
We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. Not one of those jugs, I hope. Do you have a jug I can dip into those pots? May I help too? Yeah, we'll need both of us to carry that thing. Of course, one of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. Well, you take care of that. I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. Hey, if you want to lug the water around, tiny person. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Oh no, is it timed? You'll have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Minfilia and try again.
Hello, all three of us have come to water this one plant with all of these jugs.
And Milena has been here watering the garden the whole time.
Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. Okay. RuneScape has items worth billions of coins, which at least used to exceed the number of coins one could stack. Wow. How?
Multiple characters. You would have multiple alts just as piggy banks.
30 seconds this time.
Oh God, is the crack getting bigger as we run?
We were a little rough on it.
We pour it out, the jar just crumbles into dust.
Lore.
Oh, right, I have to talk to her, not Minfilia. Oh, a Duskwhite. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier, speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You water the crops? My apologies for not noticing sooner. That's okay, I didn't notice you at all. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Taudia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you liked. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. Really? Because the whole thing isn't planted. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood.
Oh, you're right back. I got a buzz on the door.
I see you have read your history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. It's a soft piano version of this track. Fun. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And that in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. I hate to break it to you, but that's where the sun is. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. Listen, hey, power to you. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Yeah, her eyes absolutely glow in the dark. Look at them. Yeah, that really messed with Minfilia. People from all walks of life are welcome among the Knights Blessed. Our faith in the dark is infinitely greater than the sum of our differences. Runar has more work to be done. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save, yeah. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. Sin Eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Oh, uh-oh. Have they got the power? Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbough. So the touch is what they mean, the ones who can convert people. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. Except for me! But sir, what of Tadia's Heartstone? Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for Sin Eaters to appear, are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, we will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her Heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the Heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now... What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the Light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so. Oh, they're chill about that. Okay. Well, I guess that it's common knowledge that Minfilias fight against the light, even if they are touched by the light and suffused with light, they fight against the flood of light. So I guess these guys would be perfectly fine with her. Whoops, headphones fell off. Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Okay, but I'm going with you. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Which of these do I want to say?
Do you want to be the cool aunt, or do you just want to be supportive without being a bitch about it?
I think it is being kind of a dick. You know what? No, don't worry. I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both.
Thancred doesn't need to know. What? Do you mean he's to stay or come with me? Let's hurry before he returns.
Yeah. Wow.
And before we head off,
Minda, that is entirely inappropriate for the setting we're in.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. And we have an Ether Current quest over yonder before we set out.
Varthon. Farthon is in a hurry, but not in such a hurry that he would deny a helping hand. You're the guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I've searched high and low, but I can't find my friend Carnes anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Gone again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manner of beasts now, and Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password, Tuktu. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him, so he'll know you mean no harm. Noted. Alright, let's see.
And then both of these quests are to the south.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about like team up attacks, like who I'd have team up attacks with.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the obvious ones was
Lahi?
one of the obvious ones was the three of us with a modifier.
There's the Lahi. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, the three of us, but modified if Teddy's in the party. Another obvious one was me, Haven, and Ryu, and definitely me and Art.
Oh, no more Lahi.
Do you guys have any ideas who you'd team up with?
I have a few. I have a few within my D&D party. Actually, like the party that I DM actually has the perfect setup for some dual tick attacks because we've got 2 Dragonborn characters and 2 fuzzy characters.
Nice.
So they could easily do like there could be the dragon team and the fluffy team.
There, the Sin Eaters. Oh, it's one of these again. 2 of these. I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's get to it then. Excuse me.
Perhaps we should.
What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only 2. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. No, I think it's better if we stick together, because I can hit them both with AoEs. Manphilia, no!
But with two of them, AoEs are sub-optimal anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this makes sense. Minfilia can have one on her own, and the 3 of us can take on the other one.
I hope chat is enjoying the view.
I tried to get in, but you moved away too fast.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is a passenger mount, so now you can carry us around.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, hey. What? Hey! Stay away, I beg of you. Took 2. Alright. /say took 2. You're from Slitherbough? Farthon must have sent you then. I was fine until that damned beetle. It's only a scratch. So we dragged it right to him. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb and my vision's grown clouded. Worst of all, I dropped my only vial of serum somewhere in these damned woods. Could you find it for me? I guess we'd best hurry. So that's to the northwest.
Yeah, let's head south first, because there's something over there that's closer. Yeah, the combo attacks in Marvel Rivals are really fun. Like, one note about them that I find a little is the fact that they're usually one-sided. Like, there are a couple combos where, like, both team, like for example, like, Spider-Man gives Squirrel Girl a thing where she gets an extra attack where she throws, like, a little...
Keep talking to chat, I need to check something.
Okay.
Like, you know, Squirrel Girl and Spider-Man have a combo where Squirrel Girl gets, like, a web bomb that she can shoot out of her slingshot.
Yeah,
but, like, Spider-Man gets nothing out of that.
Yeah,
you know?
like, Cloak and Dagger can...
when Cloak and Dagger gives a buff to
Moon Knight
Moon
can turn
Knight.
invisible, but they get nothing.
Yeah.
Uh...
And, like, there are only a handful of moves where there's, like, a reciprocal thing. Or, like the fastball special is an interesting one, because that one is mostly a buff for Wolverine. But, like, Hulk gets the fun of tossing Wolverine, so, like, that's a fair trade, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, by the way. I heard a big thump from downstairs, and Sean just got gifted a washing machine that's in the center of the kitchen by his parents that we have no place to put. Like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and he asked me to check on it earlier, so I was like, oh no, did it explode?
Like, where are the few? Oh, like, one of the only, like, reciprocal ones I can think of is, Rocket Raccoon can jump on Groot's shoulder, and they both get a defensive buff from that.
Jeff the Landscat.
Yeah, Jeff can do the same thing, but, like, you know, nobody knows who Jeff is unless they've been deep in the beams lately.
Jeff is adorable. I love him. I haven't played as him, but I love him.
Oh, there you are. Wow, you killed it yourself? Holy shit!
I mean, she is an Oracle of Light, and she was trained by Thancred.
She's like 14!
Yeah.
And she's a rogue.
Yeah. Rogues are badass. I was one for like 50 levels until I was able to unlock Samurai.
So, she's 16.
It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise.
I mean, if only a knight can do it, I'm sure Minfilia can.
I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. She got trained by a guy that has a PhD in rogue work? Fair enough. This thing's not going to get back up, is it? It didn't dissipate. That's worrying.
There she is. She just says, it must be here somewhere.
Alright, we need more sparklies. She's not any younger than the twins, fair enough. Hey. That's not the sparkly I just interacted with, is it?
Yes, it is. They don't disappear after you interact with them.
Damn.
So you actually have to, like, pay attention to where you've searched before. But anyway, I found it, so you all could just come to me.
Oh, alright, one sec.
Yep. And over here, Canis can see that we are completely ignoring what he needs us to do for the moment.
We're right on top of him!
Hi, Canis! is.
We're looking for a rock. You understand, right? Brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem.
Well, Connors, you were already here. Why didn't you just tell us it was here? Jeez. Some people.
Discarded bottle. I see Dai left us behind.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what other video game award announcements are exciting to people?
None.
For me,
well, the last thing was cool, but like the Heretic
Naughty Dog
Prophet.
game?
Yeah, the Heretic Prophet looked cool, but honestly, well, the Okami sequel is something that my boyfriend's excited about, but I've never played Okami, so.
Split Fiction looks good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very funny to me that Capcom is bringing back 3 franchises that nobody younger than us have even heard of. You know, Okami, Onomashu, and Turok. Like, all games that just disappeared about 20 to 25 years ago.
I saw that they were doing a new Onimusha. Is it a remake or
Apparently it's Onomashu 2. That's what I heard.
Inigo's right. Inigo's right. The Telltale superhero game looks interesting.
Yeah, the Telltale suit. Yeah, that was the one I'm excited about.
Yeah,
is
that'll
it
be
actually
cool.
Telltale, or is it like the spiritual successor to the Telltale studio?
It's from the Telltale people, not from Telltale itself.
Yeah, because like the trailer said, from the creators of all of these things, but it did not shine a Telltale logo.
From the creators of Tales from the Borderlands, with a little note in the corner saying "the good one."
Yeah.
To be fair, for when it comes to Onimusha, by the way, very recently they did remaster the first game.
Cool.
Count Bob says you forgot Virtua Fighter. I didn't forget Virtua Fighter. I have no relation to Virtua Fighter. I've never played a Virtua Fighter. I've never heard anything about a Virtua Fighter. The entirety of my exposure to Virtua Fighter is seeing the title in PS Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Virtua
Also,
Fighter.
the entirety of Virtua Fighter 1 and 2 are in Yakuza 0.
Really?
I mean, the first Virtua Fighter was the first 3D fighter, so it does deserve some credit.
Ah.
Yeah, Dispatch and Split Fiction are like the only 2 games that maybe go, ooh, those look neat.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I wasted 4 hours of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like outside of this, like, I don't stream, so I felt no pressure to do that, but, like, every time one of these things happens, like, the smart play is to just wait and read the list of things that were announced.
Yeah.
There's no need to watch this shit live.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway.
Oh, how about Astrobot winning Game of the Year? What the hell's up with that?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I was fully expecting it to be Shadows of the Erdtree.
Shadows of the Erdtree didn't win a single thing.
Yeah, which is weird because there was like a whole controversy about getting nominated for all that shit.
It's possibly it didn't win Game of the Year for political reasons, but
yeah, like not even like a concerted effort kind of thing. I can just imagine a lot of people voting for Game of the Year going, am I really going to vote for a DLC for Game of the Year?
True.
I don't think I am. Anyway.
Yeah. There you are. Did you find it? He downs the whole thing. Why'd you have to turn away to do that? Thank you. I should be fine now after a bit of rest. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to, Varthon, for my father. So many anime games? Oh man, how about the contrast between the two dungeon and fighter games back to back? One of which looked like a Souls-like and the other looked like a Hoyoverse game.
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
And the other big winner seemed to be Metaphor, which is fun.
Yeah, I'm glad Metaphor got some wins there. I really want to play Metaphor.
Yeah.
I joked that I joked in my patron server that everyone should give up their time for a month so I can play Metaphor. Did you have any
luck? I'm gonna
luck?
leave this guy in the wilderness forever until we get back to this quest in a couple of years.
Yeah. Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a woman of many talents. And I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. Not just monster killing, item finding too. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbough. Grunar and the others are probably worried. You shouldn't feel the need to live up to Thancred's idealized version of his old friend, Minfilia. Hey, wait, you want to get in the car, or...? Alright.
We have room.
It's like... Yeah, it's like, seriously, Minfilia, you don't need to worry about living up to the ideal of who the previous Minfilia was. Mostly she just did paperwork.
I am sad we didn't get Persona 6 at the Game Awards.
I was hoping for Persona 2 remake.
I don't know. I would not have expected Persona 6 until a while. Like, I'm expecting like a 1-minute teaser a year from now.
Fair enough. I guess the Persona team was working on Metaphor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Well, they were probably working on Persona 3.
True.
Yeah, I am still holding out hope for Persona 2 remake announcements.
Well, the leak said it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, Thancred caught us. Thancred, I can explain. Yeah, I was with her. It's fine. Well, out with it then.
Oh God, have I ever? I actually got to do that to someone. Like, you know the movie Thing, where the teenager is sneaking back into their room and they get caught by their parents? I got to do that to someone at work, and it was so much fun.
Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst.
Who actually expected Silk Song? Like, really? Yeah, at this point, I don't know if anyone is even... Like, I think the Silk Song community has gone from angry to apathy. Like, if it comes out, it'll come out. And if not, well...
It'll happen eventually. And I'll pre-order it at $60 if it costs that much.
Yeah.
And I'll love it because it's going to be awesome. But
yeah,
it is a little tiring.
Yeah, like the only people still anxious for Silk Song are like the people who donated to the Kickstarter a decade ago and actually want to see it. Much like the Hype Swap 3 people. Hey, how are you?
Oh man, you know what would be you know what would have been like the funniest possible announcement to have at like the Game Awards? Half-Life 3, the exciting new visual novel.
At this point, a lot of Half-Life fans would take it.
Yeah.
By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. I backed the Hive Swap Kickstarter too. Don't worry. I feel you.
I haven't played the second one of those yet.
I haven't played either of them.
I streamed both of them because they both came out back when I was streaming consistently. I liked the first one. I did not like the second one. Like, to be fair, the second one also came out, like, in the middle of, like, the epilogues and Homestuck 2, and I was getting really burnt out on how shit the rest of Homestuck was.
Yeah.
So that might have colored my impression, but, like, it did genuinely have some problems. Like, I did not know that it was possible for a visual novel to have gameplay issues, and yet here we were. And so, like, I don't even, like it was, there were some very frustrating things to get through to play Act 2, so I'm just, like, not even looking forward to Act 3 anymore.
Are you even going to play it at all?
3 is even happening, which I, like...
Debatable.
Like, James Roach says they're working on it, but, like... Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others who will be held in the darker. What the fuck is going on over there? Oh, it's somebody crafting. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Laura and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. They were Sin Eaters, and... As long as she accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. Oh. Okay. He's actually being reasonable about this. Fair enough. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Lore has business with us.
So while he's saying that line, this guy's pet Midgard Sormir is hovering around right behind you.
Uh-huh.
So it just looks like Midgard Sormir ratted us out. On my screen anyway. On your screen, he's sitting on the crafter's shoulder, but on my screen, there's like a little dragon flying around, knocking on us.
That's fun.
Also, like Maverick Hunter, I would be so frustrated if I picked had to intensely misspell a name to have it. I just would not feel comfortable with it.
Yeah. Poor Yuffie Kisaragi, who I keep seeing in the gold saucer. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. It's such a relief to know everything is going as planned. I'll join you in the darker shortly.
Sigfirum says they were joking that there would be a Deltarune announcement, and an actual white Pomeranian would step on stage to make the announcement. That would be amazing.
Between your earlier excursion and my patrol of the area for Sin Eaters, hopefully Y'shtola and Urianger will be able to finish their work in peace. It is fun that there are people like Yoko Taro and Toby Fox who do the whole invisible in public, never show their faces thing. And apparently the Balatro dev does that too.
Yeah, he's been, like, I've never
cool.
seen a picture of that man's face.
The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it.
This feels like it's going to be a voiced cutscene. See if it animates when you light it.
Continues to be
It
hilarious
seemed
that
only
one of
right that we show our faces. May we join you?
It continues to be hilarious that one of the main things Toby Fox learned from Homestuck was under no circumstances should you let your story's fan base feel like they know you. Yeah. So do they finally speak her name here in the Protection of the Dark?
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember
I was right.
her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Oh? Has Holy been accepted?
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
No one's going to appreciate what we do as much as these guys, I'd say.
I cannot wait to free these guys from the light.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I mean, I'll try.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks.
You're welcome.
The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
One sec, guys. Okay, back. You know I don't deserve such reverence. Well, no, that's completely out of character for me.
especially around your Stola.
I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars.
Hey, I'm gonna do it. Don't worry. I'll get it done.
We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
That's the plan. Have you found our target?
Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Illuminating is an ironic word to use in this, the stronghold of the religion of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a cool world building thing, though, having this religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just riding the behemoth through your funeral chambers. It's fine. Everything's good. Don't mind me. Just ignore the behemoth. It's fine.
Next year's video game awards might as well be called the GTA Awards because there's going to be no drama about what's going to win.
Okay. This is bitter and spiteful of me, but I hope it's terrible. I hope
it'll be great. It'll be great. It'll make $1 billion weekend one.
And then they'll release it on the next 7 console generations.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I haven't really cared for GTA since it went 3D. Which I realize is like the most hipster fucking thing to say, but still.
It's incredibly hipster. They are good games. Like, they're not my favorite games, but like I have played, well, I did not play 4 because I did not get a 360 until like later in its life cycle, but like I played a lot of 5. It's great. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's great. I'm frustrated by a couple of things about it. First, that personally, I don't enjoy A, crime drama, or B, playing as a bunch of awful characters being awful. And B, it's always so high on the Twitch concurrent viewers list above other things that I think deserve it more. And it's all from the multiplayer or from RP shenanigans.
Yeah, I really like Grand Theft Auto 2. The gang war system was really cool.
Hopefully, Y'shtola has good news to share about how terrible GTA 6 will be. A chance to reclaim the night has lit a fire in Minfilia that I would see kindled. What do you suppose she's gleaned from the tablet? I have no doubt that thou wilt find the contents of the tablet most informative. Yeah, out with it. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear.
You still was like the Exarch has been very helpful, and I want to smack him for it.
Oh, I don't have a problem with other people enjoying crime dramas unless they're GTA. But they don't really grab me very much.
Oh, you know a crime drama that could actually be quite interesting. Have you ever heard of Life on Mars?
I've heard of it. That's the one where somebody gets sent back in time, right?
Yes. Don't watch the American version. Do not watch the American version. Oh my God, do not watch the American version. But the original British version is very good.
The thing I think
I don't know if it became such a thing of just like remaking British shows in American, but like Life on Mars is one of many examples of that.
Easy money.
Yeah,
I mean, the funniest example is Broadchurch because they got David Tennant for both of them, so it's like doubly what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
But but because of the title Life on Mars is just a reference to how out of place and strange it is being in the past. It's like being on another planet. The American version took it literally.
Oh, I heard about that actually.
Yeah, like all the weird stuff that was happening, what's going on? Is he really in the past? Is he in a coma? Or
Is he
what's
just
going
insane?
on? Yeah. In the American version, it was revealed he was actually in a virtual reality simulation that had gone wrong because he was on a mission to Mars to see if there was life on there, and he was in the simulation to keep him sane on the travel across.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do remember like this was a thing where like you were getting down on Yakuza 0 where you were like, I don't understand why people think Kiryu is a good guy. I'm like, have you seen any crime fiction ever? Because like by the standards of like, you know, Godfather, any Scorsese movie, any GTA, any fictional criminal protagonist, Kiryu is a goddamn saint.
Fair enough.
Even in Yakuza 1, where he's kind of a dipshit, he's still, like, a pretty good guy, comparatively speaking.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I think this is a good place for a break.
Really? We're not at 2 hours yet. Unless this is a good, like, story break.
It is a good story break, because we're about to... We've closed one chapter and are about to start another.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's take a quick break then. Burb.
Kazuma Kiryu is consistently nicer than every character in Gonchovia. Yeah.
In Goncharov, yeah.
Goncharov, yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is weird. The YouTube UI isn't telling me how long. Oh, they've moved the UI to the top of the video now.
What the fuck?
What? Hang on.
The title, what game it is, your tags, your viewers, how long we've been streaming is on the top now instead of the.
Oh, you mean Twitch? You said YouTube. I did.
Sorry, I meant to say Twitch. Yes.
Yeah, I did see that Twitch did that, which is very weird.
Yeah,
it's I think it's a good change because that means that the title and like the commands and stuff and information about the stream are there where people can see them. But it's very, very unsettling considering Twitch has had the same layout for the last, like, 15 years.
Yeah, I was just looking like, okay, wait, where's the stream tab? Am I having an error? And then I realized I wasn't scrolled all the way up. I scrolled up and there they were. I was like, what? When did that happen?
Yeah, it happened like a couple of days ago. It's so weird.
Huh. Maybe they're rolling it out like bit by bit because this is the first time I've noticed it.
Yeah, could be.
Cynthia says she's not had the change yet, so it must be
maybe
rolling out.
Maybe cached stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's break time.
Yeah.
Consider snacks, Burb.
Next quest skill. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, I am back.
Hello.
I am back as well.
Law, the amount of gil for your next quest makes me happy.
Hey, that is nice. And chat. Okay. All right, let's see what Y'shtola has to say. Stirring up trouble. Well, here's the thing. We don't need to... Maybe we will have to ask permission to these guys, depending on what kind of trouble we'll need to stir up. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. You think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaja?
Maya.
Ixmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. That's if they don't put an arrow in our eye socket just for walking up. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Scythia, quite close to Slitherbough, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Are you asking me to blow up people who haven't attacked us yet? And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. All right, I'll stay here until you return.
She's the rogue.
Yeah, we won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbough, where the path diverges. For my part, I shall make all possible preparations that Y'shtola may begin translating the tablet upon her return. Take care, Lore. Well, this should be interesting. Good job immediately getting into a fight. Lahi! That happened in sync for us, didn't it?
Perfect. Yep.
All
Yeah,
set.
as soon as the battle music stopped, the Lahi started.
The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so, they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them onto the sunless sea. I'd rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen.
We can find some other madmen to fight instead, then. There's been no shortage of things.
Are you RP walking?
Yes.
And I remember, like, I don't remember when exactly this happened, but at some point when we were in the middle of Heavensward, we were talking about the music of this game. And you said something weirdly specific about how it's like, oh yeah, such and such track has a very good intro. And that prompted me to say, it's like, well, I can think of one track in particular that has a very memorable introductory few notes. And everybody in chat laughed because we all knew what we were talking about.
How many lahis were in spoiler chat there?
There were several lahis in spoiler chat.
Yeah, it's every expansion has had like a quote that the hunt trains say as they go along. For Shadowbringers, it was lahi every time we arrived here on the hunt train.
Nice.
With a promise of absolute no spoilers, the Dawn Trail one is brr. So if you're in the zone when a hunt train comes along, you just see like reams upon reams of shouts going grrr.
Man, not even any words from our guy. Just walk up, do not interfere. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. Why are you talking to me instead of him? I'm fine. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It is as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. You mean wasps? What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? Wow, it's been 6 months. Data center visit isn't an option yet? They've still got it off?
No, it's still on. It's on.
Well, why is Nadia VT having trouble then?
Oh. No, but I go back and forth to Primal every week for raiding.
I mean, cross-region data center travel is only possible to go to Australia, but...
Yeah.
Ah, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Lahi.
I was wondering what the odds are of us hitting a dungeon today, and I think very low because we are still doing level 74 quests. Like, there is a slim chance we will, like, see the dungeon in the distance by the time we end today, but we'll definitely not be running it today.
Just sitting here jamming out to this music.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of plans for the future, next week I will be out of town because I will be celebrating Christmas.
Oh, nice. That's the 21st.
Yep.
Just thinking about what we should do then. It's probably the holidays for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could be a good day to do some job quests because you have dozens of job quests across multiple groups. Across multiple jobs to do. I mean, like, actually do the Summoner and Scholar job quests that you've been putting off for years.
True. No, don't get rid of Lahi.
Yeah, could also do relic stuff. Could have that. Yeah, well, like, the problem with doing relic stuff is that at this point it's all either Eureka or Poetics grinding. Which, I mean, Poetics grinding could be fun. You could do like a Dungeons with Fans adjacent thing.
I'm just thinking, like, how many people are actually going to tune in because it's that close to Christmas. And people are going to be, like, off with their families like you are, and...
I'm sure there will be people around.
Buzzing burlap sack, for God's sake, don't let them out.
Yeah, like, roulettes with fans. Like, there are bound to be, like, a couple of people in chat who are up for MSK roulette.
Yeah, that might be fun.
We do still have a couple dungeons left, at least.
Yeah, a couple of Stormblood the last couple of Stormblood dungeons were dungeons with fans.
I think we'll hold off on those because, for the same reason. Like, I don't think we'll have enough people to do a dungeon party next Saturday.
You'll find out.
Were you able to find any? People for dungeons? No. The guard returned to Slitherbough, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thankford and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Yeah, you carry them. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir.
My fucking god, this quest name.
A beautiful plan.
I had to do a double take to notice it.
You know,
That's awful. That's awful.
Did you know bees are a bit like cats in that they self-domesticated themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, they if they are mistreated, they can and do just leave.
Yeah, they'll just fuck off and find another hive space.
Yeah, and they know that humans are taking some of their honey and they're willing to give it, so they actually intentionally harvest more honey than they need.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't know it was intentional.
Yeah, they like. I saw somebody. I saw this come up where somebody was like a vegan group was trying to talk about like exploitation of bees, and it's just like, you are talking about the one species in the world besides humanity that understands the concept of unionizing.
The Leatherworkers Guild in Gridania breathes a sigh of relief as the burlap sack full of bees leaves your inventory. Oh god.
I'm screenshotting that one.
They got lucky with the manure, as it turns out.
The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance, which leads to the spider's nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. I'm almost to 85.
Nice. It'd be really funny if you get to level 90 before we even start Endwalker.
At this rate, probably.
Yeah.
I'm more than 10 levels ahead.
Ooh.
And I get a lot of EXP from every dungeon roulette we do.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you're doing the dungeon roulettes on.
Well, true.
Yeah, but you get like a first-time bonus for doing dungeons. And like those are, then like those add up when you're doing your first time every dungeon with a single job.
True. We should move quickly before any of the children arrive. The burlap sack full of bees leaves your inventory.
Oh man, spoiler chat's having a good time.
Oh boy.
Is
Up,
everybody having a good time?
up there is the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? Yeah, please do.
No, we're going to make the blind girl do it.
That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her.
So I have a blind girl pulling planks on spider people.
Oh God, we are brain poisoned.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready. Go on. I'll be right behind you, listening to the background music.
Oh, speaking of, there is like an actual, thematic connection to make there, because Y'shtola is clearly still blind here, even though she is not in her body.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can only conclude that there is like a similar, self-identifying feature to her blindness, the way there is for Terezi. Or Terezi.
Oh, yeah.
People pronounce it different ways.
I've always been a Terezi guy.
Yeah. But yeah, because that's the thing, because you remember in Homestuck, you get their dream selves, and Vriska has her eye repaired because, having a missing eye is, not part of her identity for herself. Whereas Terezi remains blind, even in her dream self, because that is just how she identifies. And a similar thing seems to be happening with Y'shtola. We even have a similar point of comparison because Thancred had a fucked up eye from Heaven's Ward that is now seemingly perfectly fine.
So this is a fight arena, if I've ever seen one.
I mean,
The font
Thancred
of
was never blind
seeing.
in the eye. He was just a dramatic twat.
Yeah. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in.
What are you Homestucks doing? Comparing Y'shtola to Terezi, what about it?
Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway.
No, the bees are elsewhere.
On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? Ah, I see the Warriors of Light. Or no, the Warriors of Light.
The Warriors of Darkness, but like...
Well, they were Warriors of Light when they were last here.
Before.
Yeah.
At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can. Yep, that's the Warriors of Light/Darkness. Ardbert largely erased.
I keep I keep seeing people point at this and go, "Why can you still see them?" As if it hasn't been pointed out before that paint has its own ether patterns, so she can see that they are different via the ether patterns.
It does?
Yeah,
What the fuck doesn't have ether patterns in this world?
Nothing. Like the building blocks of this world's reality, including physical stuff, is a type of ether.
Yeah.
The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. Is that Vothri and Yulmore? The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Look for the bird? Oh right, there's a hidden bird in a lot of these. Oh, there's no bird in this one?
Yeah, I don't see one.
Primitive mural. This one I don't recognize anything from. It's a little too... From Y'shtola? Okay. There's nothing to gain from staring at my backside. There's plenty to gain from that, Y'shtola. Now, please, I need to concentrate. Oh, I can't get a good look at her. Damn. That is a pretty hot outfit.
Feel free to read the next line of in the cutscene afterwards. I've ended up getting there early by accident.
The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. You know, several people would disagree that her outfit's hot. Well, those people have no taste.
These paintings.
I mean, in the winter, it's probably very
They seem
cold.
familiar.
These paintings, they seem familiar.
Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
All right, next line is...
There was a man,
There was a man.
a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era.
Well, he was incorrect.
The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself?
Oh, that's ironic, because that's already them.
I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way, after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder.
He did this.
Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Lahi.
No.
Oh, brought us out. Okay. I finally saw a picture of Otyus, by the way. And Otyus really are just Otyus. It's wild how nakedly they copied D&D.
And Sahagins are basically the same for Sahagins.
And of course there's Mind Flayers, and there were Beholders in the original release of FF1. Good to see my distraction prove successful. Yeah, thank you. We didn't have to fight anybody. I'm a little disappointed, actually. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Lore, did the murals appear to be of any significance? A ghost, you say? Depictions of heroes in the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Level 85. Excuse me, an unwanted proposal. Let us hurry to Slitherbough. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. To Slitherbough. What are you doing?
Opening the coffers that I got because they're like a tiny bit better than what I have.
Item level 403. Foot, hand, leg, and head gear coffers. What am I wearing? Item level 4... oh. I need leg and feet pretty badly.
Well, legs and feet were some of the stuff we've got.
Casting. Hand. There's like level 290 stuff. Jesus.
Oh, your chest's 290 as well. That should be coming next, at least.
Yeah, I don't have a 403 chest yet. I'm sorry, I actually do have a 403 chest, but that's irrespective of my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm equipped with ballistics, but not ones that can be used in battle. Lore, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters.
He's so sweet.
Oh no, what if the unwanted proposal is him asking her to marry him? You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will soon be ready.
We are absolutely doing this blue quest, but we can hold off for a little bit.
Okay.
Sweet.
Because we are right in the middle of other quests at this second.
Runa's like third place was Banda. Wait, yeah, third.
We saw your huge jugs earlier. Too bad they have cracks in the bottom. Ha!
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer.
Uh-oh.
We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Oh. Let's snoop.
The blessing may spare her the fate of becoming a Light Warden.
Oh, what's gonna happen to me?
But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. She is not as she was in the Source.
Oh, I'm fine.
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that she has been suffused with their light.
Oh, is Urianger being pragmatic about saving this world?
I have given thought to this possibility. I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Oh, ooh.
Help! Someone help!
Oh, don't cut that off!
The Umorans have come for us! We're under attack!
No! No! God damn it.
I love how passionate you've gotten about this story now.
Meanwhile, in Yulemoor. Well, the Shadowbringer story is a big step up from the previous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Lord Vorthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as
Sarcasm
distant
drips.
Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness. They have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation.
Well, they can still try.
With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve.
And what difference would that be from the situation they're in now, Vothri?
For long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss.
There's plenty of want in your domain, Vothri.
Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power.
Yeah, tell him.
But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. And the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord 4-3. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains. And I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
All right, Exarch, I hope you have an exit plan, because I don't think Vothry's going to let you go willingly.
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Oh, why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command.
What you doing, Vothry?
And you are no exception! What? How did he?
So he's got mind control powers.
Fine! I will not stand for
Not
this.
just on the Sin Eaters.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, throw that tantrum. So his exit plan was to not be in the room.
So it's not that he lacked an exit plan, he lacked an entrance plan.
Yeah.
Ha! Well, crap, they're already here.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands.
What do you see when you look at him, Y'shtola?
By Lord Vothry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
And you want them to kill us all.
Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
Oh, boy. Buddy.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
That's been what he's been suggesting the whole time, Runar.
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
I do really like Ranjit's outfit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so we've got a pressing time
We'll
limit.
discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
We've got a pressing issue time limit on us, Y'shtola, now. So
A couple of them, in fact.
yeah. Excuse me.
This happens a lot.
Interesting that they don't think that I'm here. Interesting. That Yulmore has gained a foothold here in these woods bodes ill for the Knights Blessed.
So remember when we were back when we were with Alize, and you were like, "Ooh, wouldn't it be interesting if somebody was infected with light and we had to save them? Who would be infected though? Would it be Alize or Alvin?
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, yeah. We were all having a good laugh about that one when you were like, it's got to be one of the kids because that would be more heart wrenching. But like Alize is like trying to be independent, so that would be weird. Then there's Fanow, and then all of us were just saying quietly in spoiler chat, it's like yes, those are indeed the options.
Surely there's something we can do to help the Knights Blessed, isn't there? The guard hath been afflicted with a most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Is that a chess piece? No, that's a weapon.
Probably is technically an upgrade for you. A small upgrade, but an upgrade.
True. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, There is naught we can do but try to ease his pain. Damn. Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. What of the rest of the Blessed? How have they taken the news of Yulmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the Knights Blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We will not, cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee? Ha 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 ha! I am not wont to run from my troubles. In fact, with Lore's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Yulmoran's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done. Unless, of course, you finally deciphered that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact. And with it, we can prepare everything we need to enter Ixmaya. Ixmaya. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. Hell yeah. We cannot deny our fate. But one course lieth before us.
That was such a good line from the trailer that Urianger had, where the line was, "We can accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it."
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, yeah.
That was a good line.
Deny it? I'm not one to run from my troubles.
Ooh, there are some good options here.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards we are villains, are we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with that. Well, we are villains, are we not? Oh, poor Minfilia. Good. I leave the Blessed in your capable hands, Runar. Very well. I see there is no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the Blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not? Then this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tusi Mekta. While you see to that, Minfilia and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbough's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. Alright, let's go swimming. Alright, fine, I'll use this one.
You can accept this fate or defy it.
You cannot deny it. What if I want to defy this fate?
Do we want to do this blue quest now? I think this is a good time to go on this detour.
It is on the way.
Yeah.
Well, so much for the mount. Say, aren't you Lore? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you've... Oh, tell me more. I'm sure you've more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help, and there's no one else I can turn to. It's my friend, Quinfort. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now, he's in training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed. Frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger than usual, but they're wrong, and I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. The Great Deceiver. That bodes well.
Over here.
As foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Lore. Shh, no one else must hear of this. Not yet. My dreams are plagued with visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Greatwood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it the Protector, some the Great Destroyer. The will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I have been chosen, Lore, to be the savior of Slitherbough. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? Oh, I'm not saying that though. I think I should take him seriously. His dreams are an ill omen.
A serious man is beyond saving.
You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I've made a terrible mistake. Please don't tell me you two have communed with the will of a star or some such nonsense. I have, actually.
I refuse to believe that. There has to be something we can do to help him. Have you not sought counsel with the priests? They are your mentors after all. There's no need to keep your troubles from them.
Valen, please. We are in the midst of a most important discussion. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the Great Serpent. Yes, Quinfort, whatever you say. You've mocked me for the last time, Valen. I will summon the Great Serpent this very day, and prove to you the truth of my visions. Quinfort, wait! Where are you going? Did you not hear him? He's off to summon a serpent. To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses. But he's my friend, and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. I like the dramatic music that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Lahi.
Dramatic music, immediately get hit with the lahi. Yeah, this is why this soundtrack has become such a meme, because every time you do any goddamn thing in this zone, no matter how, scary or dramatic it is, you get out of the cutscene and are immediately met with lahi.
Over there! I think I see him! The gorilla mount is topical because I'm currently in an area in Path of Exile 2 where I'm fighting 4-armed gorillas, and it's pretty cool.
Fun.
Let's talk to Quinfort first.
Oops.
I'm beginning to grow tired of this game. Enough, Quinfort. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. You really have gone mad, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Valen, but now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend. No, it can't be. Oh, it's the Tsuchinoko that gets the hat. That's the great serpent? I see nothing great about that. What is it exactly? I refuse to believe that it's a serpent. Please, tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Valen. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. This guy's great. This guy's one of my favorite NPCs in this game.
Right?
He's like me. He's got an accidental villain laugh.
And we will make sure to come back for this quest line later.
Yes.
Maybe before we leave this area.
Yeah. Well, there's an issue there, which is that this leads into a crafting quest.
Oh, god damn it.
I keep telling you to level up your crafters, but
specifically it leads into...
I don't know why I pronounced it that way.
Yeah, it leads into an allied societies, and there's another quest line that matches up to it to finish the quest line, so we can't actually fully do this yet anyway.
I can talk to the serpent? Ooh. Chad is correcting you and saying it's gathering.
Gathering? Still. It is still, you are still going to have to level some of your non-combat jobs in order to complete the storyline of the Great Serpent of Ronka.
God damn it. Alright, fine. That's what we'll do next week. We'll level gathering.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh dear God.
There you are, ready for a swim. Does it have to be a specific gathering class or just any of them?
Any of them.
Cool. The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. The Ronkans sought to live in harmony with nature and considered certain animals to be sacred, like a particular fat serpent. Foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as the protector of the wood and arbiter of life and death.
I closed my eyes for a moment, I opened them up, and there was a fucking dinosaur.
Below it were four others, each equal in rank. The Kuro, the Colibri, the Opo-Opo, and the Wolf, characterized as the bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to three of these beasts by placing one's palm on monuments wrought in their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from the three commandments which follow. Ooh, logic puzzle? Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the Opo-Opo, rival thy kin. As all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one. Peace comes to all who seek harmony with their kin. The tablet says naught of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments, alas. Hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely.
If you talk to her again, she's like, have you forgotten? Mind you listen this time. The commandments were as follows, and then repeats.
Valkyrie Odin's son. This is a good water effect. Lahi. Wee. Get under and the Lahi gets muffled. Oh, it's even further down below, so I have to go under this overhang.
I found it.
Oh, I can mount up, right.
I love how they give you one aquatic mount in Stormblood, and like then you never use it again because you can just use other mounts underwater.
We both got the Binosaur.
Yeah.
You find a statue of a snake. Seen something stir elsewhere in the lake. Probably on the far side.
What's the aquatic mount you're thinking of? Linda?
Ah, even further down.
There we are.
Oh, this way?
Yep, found it. Well, I found it.
What's the aquatic mount you're thinking of, Linda?
Ah, there's the door.
I forgot. It's like I think it's like a manta ray kind of thing.
Oh, that's a beast trap reward.
Oh, is it? Could have sworn they let you use it once in MSQ.
Sends a malign magic emanating from the monument. Accursed poison. Oh, is there a time limit now?
No.
I think we clicked on the. Oh wait, we clicked on them in the wrong order.
Well,
We should have clicked on the monkey.
I thought that was wrong, but you're the one who told me to do that one.
I was just watching you. You're watching you guys do it because it's funny to see you get it wrong. You have fun with that poison.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to hurt us.
I mean, it's poison. That's kind of what he does.
It's not going to hurt us in a notable fashion.
And then after the monkey was what?
The wolf, I believe.
I think.
Ah, here it is. Here's a hole. I thought we'd be going down a hole from above.
Oh, there's a lookout point over here.
I'm phased into the ceiling.
What is with drowned civilizations in this expansion?
Where is the lookout point you were talking about? Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm next to it.
All right. Feast of Record, the covered halls of Dwattle, one of the sacred temples built by the Ronkins. These stone halls were safeguarded by a sect of priests even after the fall of the Empire. The rising waters of the lake, however, could not be denied, and rumors persist of a secret treasure which was swallowed along with the temple.
Laura struggling to find that lookout point. Just remind me. It's already over, but one of my favorite things about day one of Marvel Rivals was that gamers don't look up, and so like day one and only day one, of Marvel Rivals, like the two most overpowered heroes were Iron Man and Storm because they just fly. And so you could play as one of those characters. So you could pick one of those characters and just fly up in the air, and nobody would shoot you. Now, by the time we got to like day 2 and 3, people learned how to look up, because you can only be killed by a repulsor blast from the sky so many times before you learn.
Yeah.
But it was a very fun afternoon.
Hey, Law, we're in an ancient shrine from another world, and I'm in Ark. This seems appropriate.
Ha!
Oh yeah.
I just fireball you out of nowhere. Flashing back to the Garnet-only, the 24-hour-long Garnet-only speedrun at ESA that Matako did. I rewatch that every so often. I should have mounted myself closer to the shore before surfacing. Oh well.
Yeah, well.
Did you find it? Seal of Ronka. This medallion. It bears the owl insignia of the Empire. What the hell is that? Oh. It's from the Dark Knight quest. You get a...
Yeah, Brent accidentally pressed his 2-minute cooldown.
Ah, right. This medallion. It bears the owl insignia of the Empire. There can be no doubt. This is the seal of Ronka. Well done, Lore. We can begin our preparations to enter Ixmaya in earnest. That's a weapon coffer. Holy. Nope, that's... Damn it. Might as well get the headgear coffer as well. Blue Spirit Rod. Oh, that looks rad, actually.
Yeah, the Blue Spirit weapons look really cool.
I think I'm going to use that for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
There's a dyeable crafted version as well, where the crystal is white, but you can dye the crystal.
I'm going to... Cannot apply glamour plates here. Ah, damn. Okay. Well, I'll put on...
Yeah, we have to get back to an ether shard to do it.
Also, those gloves look really good with that chest piece.
I'll take a closer look at them in a sec.
Yeah, once we get next to an ether, you'll be able to futz around with the glamour plate again.
Oh, that does look cool.
Yeah.
That does look cool.
Yeah, maybe you should...
Yeah, big gloves and a trench coat are a vibe.
Yeah, maybe you should get those for put into the glamour dresser once you're not using them anymore.
Yeah, remind me to do so. Bearing this seal, it should be possible to enter Ixmaya unmolested by its guardians. Oops, gotta refresh chat. I will go ahead to Slitherbough and inform the others. When you have recovered from your exertions, meet with us in the cavern leading east out of the village.
A friend of mine has just reached the vault.
Fun.
I kind of... Hang on. What gloves was I wearing before?
None, I think.
You didn't have your gloves glamoured before.
No, I know. I'm thinking of putting on a piece of gear so I can... That's level 400. Here we are. and then just shoving these 403s in the glamour dresser so I can put them on.
Right.
Fair. They're you won't be able to use them until you get gear that's better than them or equal to them, but
Yeah.
Oh, you can't glamour something onto something lower item level?
correct.
Yes.
That's weird.
There are like edge cases where it would even come up, but it would be a little like goofy if they allow you to just like glam on level 100 gear as a level 1 player.
You can put them in the glamour dresser, put them on a plate, take them out, equip them, and apply the glamour plate.
This is true.
Or you could just use a glamour prism to apply them right now.
Well, I mean,
You can't glamour something onto itself, can you? Well, no, I want it on the glamour plate so I can just use the glamour plate to overwrite
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we'd have to go back to town for that. That sounds like
We'll do that at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
yeah, I've put a note in the Discord chat so you can remember.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And I will remember not to glamour anything until the end of the stream.
Well, you should be fine if you don't have any gloves on the glamour plate. You're not going to glamour over them anyway.
I do have gloves on the glamour plate. Emperor's new gloves.
Ah, okay then.
A lot of times I use the painted nails or the claws of the beast, which are just long painted nails.
I'm so glad to see you're safe. Everyone is ready to go if you are. We've done what we can to prepare them for the worst. Still, we should hurry before the children return with Yulmoran reinforcements.
Well, I might as well open up mine as well as and match, since everyone's using the blue spirit weapons right now.
That you all found the seal is perhaps bittersweet proof that the aid for which it was so painstakingly forged never came. Thus did the Empire crumble, its ruins reclaimed by the wood. Fate is ever a fickle mistress. Hey, listen, I don't believe in fate. You can if you want, but fate is bunk. There is no fate but that which we make for ourselves. Good, you're
unless
here.
We're talking, at least not until Terminator 3.
You know, no Terminator content is canon after 2.
We have to
Fucking
keep
hell.
the franchise going, therefore there is no fate, except which is fated to happen, because it has to happen, otherwise we don't have a story.
Yeah.
I've only seen 2.
1 and 2 are fantastic. 3 is hot garbage and goes actively against the themes of 2. And kind of Shaggy Dogs the ending of 2.
Yeah. Well, and kind of like anything after 2 negates the end, ruins the point of 2. Not just the ending, but like the entire point of 2 like gets ruined by the continued existence of the franchise.
Yeah. I do think that Terminator properties that involve stuff getting sent back to try to influence the timeline that can be defeated and Judgment Day prevented are pretty okay, but really nothing after 2 should count.
No.
Good, you're here. Runar opened the gate for us but moments ago. Beyond lies Ixmaya and presumably the Light Warden. It did not take long for the Wood's protectors to find me when last I came here, and I expect them to fall upon us just as quickly this time. Though we carry the seal, that is no reason for us to let down our guard. Are we about to do a dungeon? Now,
No.
let us seek out
This is still level 74 questing.
Let us seek out the Warden and put an end to its reign over these woods. We're not about to do the Warden trial, are we?
No. It would. I mean, it's expansion. The expansion.
Lahi.
Yeah, Lahi. The what's the word I'm looking for? The progression of every expansion is you get a trial level 73, a trial sometime later in like the 70, 77, 79 area, and then the end trial for the the climax of the .0 quest line.
Yeah, the dungeons tend to be on odd levels.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, the
And
humans won in the original bad timeline. Sending a Terminator back at the end of Terminator 1 was a last-ditch effort by Skynet. Yeah. Terminator has always been a story of hope. Or at least it was always supposed to be a story of hope.
It would seem we have found them.
'Twould seem indeed. Hey, it is the Vieira. I knew it.
You trespass upon sacred ground. Begone!
I like the chilled pose of the one with the spear.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wait! We did not come to!
Oh, dodge parried. The existential threat of a couple of cards being thrown at your face.
Stop! We mean you no harm.
I want the gambler class to be added into the next expansion as a ranged physical.
Sister, is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
Whoa!
It appears to be genuine. Then perhaps there's yet hope.
Perhaps. We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity. Follow the azure flowers to our village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
Yeah, Blitzballer ranged DPS full Waka would be amazing. I'd try that.
Try not to stray from the path. All right?
Alchemist would be a healer for one thing. But nah, I don't need the Blitzballer. I want a sets us down gambler.
To escort us.
I even have an idea for how it could work.
Opportunity to investigate
explain
its
that one.
mire. Fine.
Oh, we're going to a town. I see. With an aetheryte of its own, I'll bet.
Yep, you can see the aetheryte on the map.
Well, I haven't really looked at the map, Minda. The map is spoilers.
It's not spoilers if it's literally...
I'm joking, man. Come on.
So this has been another funny thing for you to speculate about, because like this whole time we've been on this journey, you've been like, man, one day the quest is going to take us into Vieira Land, and I'm going to have to figure out how exactly, my story makes sense with that. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Also,
how does this trip to Vieira Land affect your backstory, Lore?
Not in the fucking slightest.
Also,
it remains a mystery.
You Sturla's complaint about follow the flowers. She can't see the flowers. She just sees that there are plants.
You outsiders are a strange lot, aren't you? You're the weird ones. Good to see you didn't lose your way.
Lore, you're one of them.
I'm not this kind of Vieira. I come from a different jungle. I would have the seal that we may confirm its authenticity. Straight to the point, I see. Very well. There is no mistaking the crest of the royal family. It is of proper size, and by its weight it is plain it was made from gold. The seal is indeed genuine. And now we've got it! For 3,000 years we have waited for this moment, and now you are finally here. I bid you welcome, allies of Ronka. This kind of Viera says comrades correctly, but says YIF. Oh, God. You know what? I'll take it. I am Almet, chieftainess of Fanow. Oh, Weemet, her younger sister. Seamet, a pleasure. We were beginning to lose hope that you would come. I beg your pardon. Are you 3,000-year-old ghosts? These are troubled times for my people. Although I can but imagine what has compelled you to venture into our woods. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village. Though I must warn you, it is a long way down to the forest floor, so do watch your step. Hey, I'm used to that.
I use a version of their chest piece for one of my cosplays. Sort of V-shape, works really well for the Ulfoss region one's gold V-shape.
Nice. It is very distracting that they've got the same arm tattoos as the people in Slitherbough.
This Geodo is not doing very well, is it?
Yeah.
It has been attacking Milena the entire time we've been here.
Miss.
Yeah.
Oh, it hit that time. I'm just going to let it have fun. Where is the Aetheryte? I guess I'll talk to Seamet. Get a chest gear coffer.
Finally.
This way, what is your name? I'll tell you if you say it out loud. Lore? And this is a common name nowadays? How times change. But I digress. Come, and be sure to watch your step. Ironically, this is a friendlier reception than we would have gotten in Golmore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I gotta tend to my cat for a second. I'll be back in a moment.
Do they all have names that end in Met? Huh.
To be fair, if we went to Golmore and we met the people there, we would get a very icy, oh, you're back.
True.
Okay, just imagine like Law being like, I'm surprised they haven't shot any arrows at us, and then it just pans over to
Minda riddled with arrows.
Oh no, to Bryn riddled with arrows, just like you're lucky I'm a good tank.
Yeah, see, they like me.
No, most of them were aimed at you.
If you would hear the tale of our people, speak with Almet. As eldest, she is our voice. My apologies for the hostile greeting. It is a miracle our arrows did not find their mark. Yet you kind of suck at aiming. For 3,000 years did they wait. Incredible. For a moment, I was worried they wouldn't accept the seal. They call themselves V's, is that right? Not a terribly diverse people, from what I can see.
Law's backstory: left the woods to explore the world. The actual story: Law dumped dung on the village elder's floor, got exiled. There's a bounty on her head if she ever goes near there again.
As bearers of the seal, you have a right to know what became of the Empire and my people's purpose here. We are descendants of the Palace Guard, which served under the last Emperor, and to this day we carry on the duty of our forebears, the final decree of His Eminence before Ronka's fall. By the wisdom of our people was Ronka made to thrive. Such knowledge must never be forgotten, nor may it be suffered to fall into the hands of the wicked. Keep it secret, keep it safe, and look to the coming of our allies. Unto them you shall bequeath our all, and thus will Ronka live on. By his command we have remained in the Raktika Greatwood, guardians of Ronka's ruins, and the wisdom held within. I hope thou wilt not think the question impertinent, but did thy people's famed longevity perchance play a part in the Emperor's decision to entrust this mission unto thee and thine? That was one reason, yes. We V's would easily live to see 3 of your elven lifetimes. How long do Elysin live?
About 120 years.
Ah, okay. We were also the fiercest fighters. There are none more fit than us to stand watch over the remains of Ronka. But our duty has grown ever more perilous in the wake of the flood. Settlements such as this one were plentiful before the light claimed dominion over the land. But now, Fanow is all that remains. Our numbers dwindle year by year. Before long, there will be no one left to honor the Emperor's wishes. And you believe we are the allies for whom you have waited. You have the seal, do you not? After 3 millennia of waiting, that alone is nothing short of a miracle. Truth be told, I had begun to think you would never come. Sister. We are glad of your presence here in the Great Wood. The wisdom of Ronka is yours, should you wish it. You need only ask. So, we're here to save the day, by the way. You come in search of the Light Warden. My apologies, but I do not know where it makes its lair. We may. Do you recall any sightings of this creature? Not these past 30 summers. 30? But that would mean... How old are you exactly? Minfilia? Minfilia? That is a rude question to ask of Viera.
She said the line.
Yep. Dead silence.
Still a better response than Van got.
Young enough to remember. With age comes knowledge. There may yet be one among us who has seen or heard of the abomination you seek. We have leave to speak with the other V's, then. But of course. Then we should split up and inquire individually. If someone knows something, I would hear it while there is yet time to act. Okay, do you want to leave off having arrived in this new town? Or should we proceed a little further? Hello?
It wouldn't be too bad of a place to leave off, I suppose. You might want to grab the Chocobo Keeper.
Ah, where did Minda go?
I had to go feed my cat because he was being annoying.
Ah, I gotcha. We're discussing if this is...
Second.
We're discussing... Oh, you're still gone. Okay.
I'm here.
I'll
catch up in the quest,
I gotcha. We were discussing whether we want to stop here now that we've arrived in a new town or continue on for a bit.
I think we can go on for a bit.
Okay.
There's more stuff to explore in town.
Sure.
Oh, wait, this is the gemstone trader. Ah, well, we needed to talk to them anyway.
Either way, it gets them off our screen.
The Light Warden? No, I have not seen it. But I have... someone whose name doesn't end in Met. But I have witnessed the horrors of the Lesser Eaters. How they are wont to hunt in packs and carry off their victims rather than consuming them on the spot. I suspect the Warden is a grotesque, corpulent thing, waiting patiently for its minions to bring its next meal. Oh, so we gotta go back to Yulmore then.
Well, yes, but not right now.
An outsider? But how? By the gods, allies of the Empire! My sincerest apologies for failing to note your arrival. It was the Warden you wished to know about, yes? My mother, may she rest in peace, told me once of its appearance in these woods. Before settling here in Fanow, she lived in a village near Raktika Falls, until it was destroyed by the Sin Eaters. While out on patrol one day, she spotted a swarm of the abominations, one of which was different from the rest. It was larger, for one thing, but what struck her was the way its fellows seemed to revere it. She was convinced that what she had seen was the Light Warden. Your exchange with Kirill has taught you something about the Light Warden's possible whereabouts. So, wait. If they don't let people come in, and they don't have visitors, and they don't leave, how do they know all the same terminology that other people use about the Flood and the Light Wardens and stuff?
Well, they didn't know about the light. Well, I don't know.
They may have spies.
Yeah.
It was not my intention to pry, but your voices carry far. I know what it is you would ask of me. Unfortunately, the answer is no. I have not seen the Light Warden. I patrol the ruins' perimeter regularly, and if it were hiding nearby, I would know about it.
Yeah, don't worry about overhearing. We know what it's like having large ears. Okay, now we can grab the Amara Keep.
Hey, you've got a classic Vieira helm. You've searched for the Light Warden. I cannot say I've ever laid eyes on it. Our duty is to protect the ruins, nothing more. We have no need to strike out in search of such a foe.
Also, there's an ether current a little to the east that we should probably take a detour to get.
Ah, there's the Amaro Keep. Yeah, I'll grab that real quick.
And then, where is that ether current?
Lahi.
Lahi.
Right there. There it is.
It is a good track, but it's also very memeable.
Yes.
God, it is jet black outside at 4:30 p.m. Gotta love living in the great frozen north.
Yep.
We could end the night with watching a certain video that I'm sure you can imagine what I'm thinking of, Minda.
Oh yeah. I wanted to like check that first just in case, because it's been like a while since I've seen that video, and I don't remember if it like there were like spoilers in the background of it.
Oh, Law, I had a thought. One thing we could do next week, we could finally go through those April Fool's videos.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I pray the others were able to provide what I could not. Yeah, the second one told me what I needed to know, but I was forced to talk to even more people. Near Raktika Falls? Why was I not told of this? I think I see now why it has never been spotted on our patrols. I have never heard of this Raktika Falls. I can but assume it lies deep within the woods of Ixmaya. Just so, but the tunnel which leads there collapsed after a rather bloody battle with the Eaters, and has not been passable for many years. We made several attempts to clear away the rubble, yet each time we were driven back. In the end, we were forced to give it up as lost, thereby making it a suitable place for the Warden to take sanctuary. There is perhaps one way to enter, though it would be at great peril to you and your companions. The Kitana Ravel, a temple to the northeast. It has been sealed for centuries, but within is a path that leads to the falls. Can it be opened? For the allies of Ronka, it can. First, we must go to the Kamul Astropolis. Astropolis is a cool word. I like that.
Yeah.
Once the flow of magic is restored there, the path through the Kitana Ravel can be opened. This may sound a simple task, but there are certain obstacles which prevent us from attending to it ourselves, and we know not how to overcome them. The Emperor never granted our forebears leave to look upon the secrets we are charged with protecting. That we might not be tempted, the means to do so were withheld from us. We can but show you the way. The rest will be up to you. It would seem we have our work cut out for us then, shall we? This is an interesting society. Like, living devoted to the final command of a dead civilization for 3,000 years is a fascinating civilization. I can only hope our arrival will free them from their charge in some way. Did you have to ask? We could finally get you Omega. Oh, the mount? Yeah. Let us be about it then. If that is your wish, it is my duty to escort you. While we attend to matters at the Kamul Astropolis, I would ask that your sisters accompany Urianger and Thancred and share with them all they can of these woods. While we have every intention of investigating Raktika Falls, 'tis yet possible the Light Warden dwells elsewhere. With that in mind, it would behoove us to prepare an alternative course of action. What would have happened if I tried to come here before the plot told me to? Would I have just been insta-killed?
Actually, I checked. There was like a big wall of energy or something in Slitherbough that had this one particular entrance blocked off. There was just a big wall in the tunnel leading over in this direction, which is a little, kind of a heavy-handed way of doing things, but it gets the job done, I suppose.
Yeah. We met, met. I leave them to you. Yes, sister. Should our present course prove false, doubt not but that Thancred and I shall find any and all possible paths forward. And chest gear coffer, which I will open up. Excuse me.
Okay, it's been checked that apparently there's no spoilers, just a stage. So I've created a watch together room that we'd be able to end the stream by watching that video.
Yeah, we can still go for it. It's like a 2-minute video though, so
Yeah.
A Trossoraptor skin coat. A Trossoraptor.
Yes.
Ha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's a
watch
cool
together is
outfit.
great because it allows us to sync up to each other, and it shouldn't show any recommendations afterwards.
Yeah. If you get a friend to fly you over here, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. Although I wonder if they even can.
It would
fly,
be
over Slitherbough.
You can fly around the north. There's no barriers. There's no walls or anything in the north areas.
Yeah, I don't see why that would not work. It would just be.
It just hits an invisible wall.
break?
The person flying you continues on, but you fall out of the sky.
Oh, there's a lookout point that I missed somehow.
Oh, hey, where? Ah, I see it.
Oh.
Fanow, unfailingly loyal to the last known commands of the Ronkan Emperor, the V's of this village have protected the ruins of Raktika for countless generations. With many of its sister settlements destroyed by the Flood of Light, however, Fanow faces an uncertain fate in its isolation.
There's an ether current quest over here we should do.
Oh, apparently we missed a current path to the south.
Oh yeah,
We can go back to that.
yeah, we can go back to that.
Why don't we get those ether currents next time?
Well, because we have like 15 minutes, because we have almost 20 minutes, and we can keep going.
I don't know, man. I'm tired. And we've reached a good stopping point.
Okay.
Shall we just watch that video and then call it then?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I'm thinking.
Cool. If we all enter the room, we'll all be able to sync up.
Okay. Let me grab this. Okay. Whoop. I was trying to change my name. Oh well. Okay. Let me capture that.
You will need to press the actual play button, not just click on the screen, because for some reason that buggers up slightly.
Okay. Let me bring back chat. All right.
So
3, 2, 1, go.
this man is Masayoshi Soken, the guy who wrote the...
Are those automatons? Am I supposed to be able to hear this?
Might need to turn
Ah,
the
there we
volume up.
go. Okay, I hear it now.
Do you know Nahi? I will play Nahi. Music start!
Is he gonna play the track, the vocals of the track on automaton? What the hell, Soken?
He's a great composer, but not a great singer.
Her face!
Yeah, Keiko's expressions are great.
Keiko's face is an emote named Lahi on the Discord server I'm on. Oh, God. Show us more of Keiko. This was part of a live show?
It was one of the fan fests.
Okay, he was doing this for the meme then.
Yes.
Well, absolutely. And that is not the only meme performance from this concert, that we will have to wait for the other one. Everybody in chat knows the other meme performance that I am speaking of.
I mean, and this actually wasn't even the first time he'd done this. There was the Yansha theme as well.
Stoken loves his bits. That's awesome. Man, that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Keiko. They had her sat at that piano doing nothing, just listening to him and making faces. That's fantastic.
Well, they had her sitting at the piano doing nothing. The making faces thing just was part of her only way of coping.
Oh, man. All right. That's a great way to end the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That's good. This has been a good one. All right. Well,
I'll make a playlist of the April Fool's videos for next week when we're before we start stream.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's where we're going to end for today. So I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/Loreweaver streams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the !Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I'm mostly just scraping by beyond that. And I need to save up because I'm moving across the country in June. So if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, I'd be grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who pledges because you're the reason I have this strange, silly job that I love so much. If it weren't for you guys, I would still be doing something soul-sucking and horrible. So, thank you. I appreciate it. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, @Loreweaver on YouTube. The link can also be found with the !YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams to YouTube. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is there. A wide variety of other games are there. There's all sorts of games. I'm sure you'll find something you like. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat while I play. I love talking to people while I stream. We have a good time here. Finally, the schedule. Tomorrow I will be finishing The Devil in Me for a patron. Monday I'll be continuing Secret of Monkey Island for a patron. Tuesday I'll be continuing Crosscode for a patron. Wednesday I'll be continuing Super Paper Mario for a patron. Thursday I'll be continuing Root Double Before Crime After Days for a patron. Friday will be Horizon Zero Dawn for a patron at 2 p.m. EST because I'm recording a podcast at noon. And next Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. So that's what's coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye.